Welcome or welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm doing Miles Morales Protection against Rhino. This is Expert Rhino with Black Tom Cassidy and Super Strength. I talked about this in yesterday's What If video. What if Black Tom Cassidy met Rhino instead of Juggernaut? This is a much more difficult challenge because Super Strength gives him steady, so it's going to take me 2 statuses to confuse or stun him. Just like in my last game, I want to be able to clear that right away, so I'm looking for a cheap ally. She would do, that's good, that's good. I think I want to keep her, I want to keep that, and I want to keep that. So I'm going to go ahead and mulligan these. Preemptive is not exactly what I want. Ironheart may be a better option. Silk is really good. Silk might be the one I put in on turn 1. So let's use Ghost Spider for a web shot. Or web shooter, rather. Let's use... I hate to not put Silk in, but I also like getting a card draw. That is a hero resource, so let me flip up. Let's do 1 and 1 for Ironheart, because if this is a double, and it's not, double would have been good. Put that in for free, and I will scheme, Ironheart will scheme. And I'm going to toss that taunt right now. Let's draw 4 cards. Swing in is really good because I really like Tufts in this matchup. That Spider-Man could also come in for me, but Night Nurse is super important. There is a lot more in this version of Expert Rhino that will stun me, so getting that in is kind of a priority. 1 goes on, he attacks for 4, 5, and Ironheart is gone. Let's hope I don't regret not putting Silk in right away. That is absolutely fine. There are way worse encounter cards to get. I do want to swing in, and as much as I would love to get Spider-Man in, I can't really afford to do that at the moment. So let's do 1 for anything, and Spider-Man for mental to swing in. Swing in will remove 4. More importantly, it'll confuse and give me a tough. Let's put Silk in, and when she comes in, we're gonna go find... See, I have 2, here's a problem. 2 of the 3 side schemes are already out of the deck. So, number 1, I'd like to get an advance. Number 2, one of these, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, chews through the deck looking for a side scheme. Master Plan. Master Plan comes in, it's going to chew through looking for that last side scheme. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Advance. She can go ahead and thwart 1. Her work is done, so she will take the block for me. I'm going to hold on to Night Nurse. One goes on, he is going to attack for 4, 5. is gone. When she leaves, Web of Life and Destiny draws me a card. One encounter card. I'm totally fine right now flipping down and exhausting to remove that from the game. I am trying to make a little more space for myself here. When I flip down, something I always forget, I get to shuffle and a specific Spider-Man card into my deck, and swinging in is going to be that card. Alright, let's go ahead and flip up. Couldn't do anything else in Alter Ego. Well, I could have. Let's flip back down. Let's say I didn't flip up. I do want to get Genki Lee in. So I'm going to use a web shot and one Hanger Bay, even though that Hanger Bay is really good for Genki. And Genki is going to draw me a card. Not the one I wanted. Let's go ahead and play Night Nurse. She is going to come in handy. And now we can flip up. And let's start, as much as I hate to lose Spider UK, I'm going to use Spider UK and 1 for Web Shot. That's going to deal 4. Then it's going to trigger Venom Blast, deal 2, and stun. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A defense mechanism and a swing in are going to be really good here, as is an endurance. One goes on the main. He's attacking for 4 plus a boost, and it's just going to hit my tough. That's 4, 5, and I'm stunned. That is why Night Nurse is important to get in early. One encounter card. He advances, which shouldn't be terrible right now. 1, 2, 3. Takes that up to 5. That is a bit of a priority now. Thankfully, I have a swing in. Unfortunately, I need to pay for that with mental, so I'm not going to also get defense mechanism. Let's use 1 for endurance. That gets me up to 12. Let's go ahead, use Night Nurse to knock off my stun. Let's do swing in for 1 and a mental. It's going to remove 4. Confuse. He is now fully confused. And I get a tough. I think I don't need the healing, but I'm going to clear that. I'm going to flip down. And shuffle this defense mechanism back in. Still haven't seen Power Within either. Now let's use Genki to draw a card. Preemptive, I think I'm going to forego preemptive. Let's ready and draw 6. There's 1 web shooter. There's Nick. The Genius is going to help. Power Within and Taunt. I'm going to go up with a tough status. So Taunt actually isn't terrible. Especially since I'm going to be able to full stun him with Power Within. 1 goes on the main. He cannot scheme. And discard an upgrade or support I control. Oh, that's tough right now. I wonder. I am going to go through the deck pretty fast at this point. Let's get rid of Night Nurse. I do that, of course, because I want to draw a card with Genki. There's Moon Girl. I have all kinds of card draw options, so that is really not bad. Shuffling, or getting rid of Night Nurse. I think I do want to end up using that taunt. Choose double life for Web Shooter. Let's flip up. Trying to decide between Nick and Moon Girl here. Nick is going to do more work for me for sure. Let's do 2, 3 mental for Moon Girl. It's going to draw me 3 cards because they were all mental. And that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Nick, I think, is going to... Yeah, he'll just go ahead and draw me cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that pinpoint is perfect right now, too. That's good timing. I'm going to do 1 for that power within. I'm going to do... Let's use that taunt first. 1 for taunt. He's going to attack me for 4 plus a boost, and it's going to hit my tough. 4, 5, 6. That hits my tough, and I get to draw 3 cards. There's Defense Mechanism. There is Spider-Man Auto. And now, I don't think I even want to play Pinpoint. I wanted to be able to get that power within back, but instead, let's use that taunt for Defense Mechanism, and these 2 for Spider-Man Auto. Spider-Man Auto is going to ready that and draw me a card. And let's attack for 2. That deals 2, and when it hits, I'm going to pop both of these. Power Within and Defense Mechanism. Power Within is going to hit him for 2 and full stun him. Defense Mechanism is going to confuse and give me a tough. Let's... attack for 2, 4, and thwart for 1. And I hate wasting Nick. That's fine. Because you never know what's going to happen. He could get another activation. So we're going to sit there. We are looking good. I'm going to drop that double life and draw 5. Do need an extra encounter card. I think I've done the timing on that wrong. I should have gotten that encounter card before I got my last boost. But I'm just gonna have to live with that. And there's my Night Nurse, which is nice. 1 goes on the main. He is attacking for 0 because he's stunned. I do get 2 encounter cards. Under Fire, Surge, and Reveal. I hate this one. So I get 2 encounter cards. Creeping Willow attacks, and let's go ahead and block that with Spider-Man. That's going to hit Spider-Man. He's going to leave play, and I'll draw a card. Power of All of Us. Sound Thrashing. Each copy of Creeping Willow attacks. Hey, let's let Nick block that one. He is also stunned, but it won't matter. And Rhino heals 4, that's fine. Now, Nick is going to go away. Got all kinds of doubles and not a lot to do with them. I already have a tough, so I don't necessarily want to swing in. Let's preemptive for my Night Nurse. Let's attack for 2. Attack for 2. I'm wasting a tough here, but I'm going to use a swing in and that for mental to swing in. That's going to clear that and do spider camouflage. It's going to confuse him, and I get an encounter card, and I get a tough. Let's flip down. Don't need to heal, but I do want Genki to draw me a card. I'm going to ditch preemptive strike again. Hold on to that double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One goes on. He's confused. And he heals 4 again. Wow. It's a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to be down here a lot longer than I wanted to. Let's Genki for a card draw. Hey, there's Jefferson Davis. Normally don't play him, but this is the perfect time to do that. Because he can go ahead and remove that one for me. Something I always forget to do. When I flip down, I should have done this, and now I'm going to not get the benefit. I might have drawn that when I flipped down. I can't do anything else in alter. Let's flip up. I am going to double for SPDR. She's going to attack for 1. I am going to attack for 2. Let's... kind of don't want to use that because I like having that with a preemptive strike or when auto comes in. So let's use mental energy for a web shot. It's going to deal 4 and then trigger Venom Blast. Venom Blast is 2 more and a stun. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to be able to play Spider-Man, which is nice. One goes on the main. He's attacking for 4, and that's going to hit my tough. Get 1 encounter card. Upgrade with the lowest cost. That's endurance or web shooter. Well, it's got to be web shooter. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hate to lose that defense mechanism. That's going to be a free tough. So let's start with this. I always say draw cards first. Fort 2, that's excess damage. So comes to hand, and Web of Life and Destiny draws me a card. There's an energy, which I can use to play SPDR. She can attack for 1. I'm going to use preemptive for defense mechanism so that I can attack for 2. Trigger that. Confuse, and I get a tough. And I'm going to use Spider UK for taunt. He's going to attack for 4, 5, 6, which just hits my tough, and I get to draw 3. And, ooh, I almost got back what I needed to play Spider-Man. Let's do 1 and 2. There is an energy in there for web shot. Deal 4. That's going to full stun him. He flips, gets a tough, and I get stunned. Let's see, how does that work? Yeah, that happens right away, so the extra damage is lost there. That's fine. I'm going to use Night Nurse to clear my stun. And that's all I can do. It's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, I think that is auto. No, auto's in my discard. I thought that was auto. 1 goes on the main. He cannot attack. And guard with quick strike. Since I have Night Nurse, I'm just going to let it hit me for 1. Hits me for 1, and I am stunned. Let's start the turn with Night Nurse. Heal 1 and relieve that stun. Let's see, always draw cards first. Fort. She comes back to hand and draws me a card. It's an extra encounter card. Let's get that web shooter down. Now I can play Spider-Man. Mental, physical, energy for Spider-Man. I'm going to attack this guard for 2. He is going to attack this guard for 2. That readies me, and I'm going to knock off his tough. I think I'm going to use Genki to see if I can get a double. Draw a card, discard a card. I'm going to use Genius for SPDR. And I wish I had done that first because she could knock off his tough a little bit cheaper. I can't say cheaper. It would have knocked off his tough, and then I'd be able to attack for 2 instead of now just attacking for 1. I'm also in kind of a good place. Do I want to go down for extra cards? I do not. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like Moon Girl's going to come in. 1 goes on the main. He is attacking for 5 with a boost. I think I let SPDR block this one. That's 5, 6, and I'm stunned. SPDR goes away, and I draw a card. 2 encounter cards. He gets a tough, which I'm fine with. Black Tom is going to go find deck and discard pile. Let's get one out of here. Creeping Willow. That Creeping Willow has Quick Strike. Again, I'm just going to let it hit me. I'm already stunned, so that doesn't matter. Let's use my last counter here to heal one and remove stun. Now, I'd like to be able to get rid of Black Tom also, but he is in the way. But let's start with Moon Girl. That's 2 mental plus another mental. It's going to draw me 3 cards. One, two, three, four, 4. Nick, I'm just going to have Nick hit this one for 4. Now let's attack for 2 to knock off his tough. Attack for 2 to ready me. Attack for 2. Attack for 2. Attack for 2. And then let's go ahead and do 1, 2 for swing in. Gonna clear that. He is fully confused. I get a tough. Let's ready and draw 5. And I wish I'd had that tough a second ago. Or I wish I had that taunt a second ago. One goes on the main. He is attacking for 5. I might. Oh, I'm going to be able to keep my tough because he's going to block that. That's 5, and Nick is gone. And I get 1 encounter card. Reduce amount of damage he takes by 1. I can spend physical to give him a tough and remove this. Let's start with taunt. He's going to attack me for 5, 6, 7. That just hits my tough. And I get to draw 3 cards. Have I seen Shadow of the Past yet? We are getting deep into the deck. Let's play Silk. Go remove Shadow of the Past. Had I seen Shadow of the Past, so I wouldn't have done that. Where's Shadow of the Past? Am I blind? I did get freaked out a little bit there, guys, because I did not want to replay this entire game. Let's see, he is fully confused right now, and I'm going to be able to draw at least 1 card, but I do maybe want another tough because I can taunt again. Let's use that taunt for a web shooter. Let's not press our luck too much. Let's do, well, let's just use that and that for a Venom Blast. Deal 4, deal 2, and stun. Okay, both of those would have been reduced by 1, so he's at 11. Well, I hate to even attack here, knowing that those are going to be reduced. So let's just flip down, draw a card with Genki, power in all of us I'm going to hold on to. Let's remove this threat with him. I don't need to heal. Everything's good. Let's just draw. There's Auto. I love seeing Auto. One goes on, he cannot attack, or he cannot scheme, and that one surges. Discard the one with the lowest. Man. It's web shot again, unless I want it to be endurance. I'm going to do endurance. That immediately loses me 3 HP. I'm fine with that because I feel like I'm getting ready to win anyway. And of course, I forgot his ability again. I'm just going to leave it. Choose Jefferson to relieve that. Let's draw a card. Let's flip up. Let's do physical. Physical to get rid of this. Because now I think I'm just going to be able to run the board. Let's attack for 2. She goes away. Let's do Ironheart and double life for Spider-Man. He's going to ready this and draw me a card. Let's do one of those for defense, one of those for power within. I'm going to attack for 2 and trigger both of these. Confuse, and I get a tough stun and deal 2. He's going to attack for 2 and go away and ready me. When he goes away, I draw a card from Web of Life and Destiny. He's going to attack for 2, and when he goes away, I draw a card from Web of Life and Destiny. I don't know why I'm shuffling that. This comes in, and I shuffle this. I could taunt here just to see what else I can do. I have the win. Do I just go ahead and take the win, or do I taunt? So let's Silk finish him off. Just because this game's already gone long. That is definitely a more difficult game and longer than my previous one against Rhino, but it's a lot of fun. Spider-Man Miles Morales can stun and confuse easily enough that even with steady, he is getting his status effects on. So I really like this particular matchup. I might go so far as to say it's one of my favorite matchups. I'm not sure yet. I've played a lot of games, but this is a really fun matchup. Like, sub, and comment, all those things that YouTube likes, and I would appreciate it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.